Alrighty, I decided to do another video on these Atlas Mark V turnouts. I went and got another one, and I put it back to back with this first one I got. I pulled it out right out of the box, hooked it up, and I've got a little, this is actually a Bachmann engine with a old Athearn shell on it. It's kind of a junk loco, but it works okay. And anyway, run it a little bit. It actually doesn't run too bad for a little Bachmann. I think I'll set this up where you can see it going over the turnout with a car on it. It runs that straight part really smooth. No bumps or nothing. And so I'll go back again. Now, you know, diesels to me always run better over switches than steamers ever did. I'll put it on the crossover here. Trying to keep this a little more still than I had it the last time. Let's go in the right direction. Here we go. That's really pretty smooth. I mean, it's right out of the box. I haven't filed it. I haven't done a thing to adjust anything on this switch. This one, I just touched it just a hair on top of the frog where this little piece was sticking up just a little bit. I don't even think I took any metal off of it, to be honest with you, but I was trying to leave it alone. But this thing runs really well through these switches. And like I said, this is just an old cheap, it's actually a single drive Bachmann with an Athearn shell on it. And it actually fits in the slot in the front there with a little finagling. It's just kind of an old beat up shell. And I mean, this drive is not awesome. It's got 2 traction tires on there, but anyway, get off on talking about locomotives. Let me put the, now this is a, they call them, it's said it's a Walters, but I believe it's a Model Power metal train engine, number 330 from what I've looked at. Very heavy. Has a motor with 2 flywheels, and it's even DCC ready. It's got a plug in there. I was kind of shocked it ran that way. I mean, yeah, for the price I paid for it. It's missing the horns on the top, but this thing, well, I didn't have it on the track. I'm not used to HO yet again. I've been playing with O-scale for a while, and man, I tell you what, you got to reorient yourself every time. You can change or mess around with another scale. Anyway, run that through there. That thing purrs. Reminds me of the Atlas Roco FP9s, the way it runs to me. I mean, you know, it just runs really well through these switches. Straight part, I can't even hardly get either one of them to even give me a little bump. Okay, let's throw this one. Go through here and see what we see. I mean, that's really good to me for a right out of the box switch with nothing done to it. A little bit of a bump there, just a hair. But I mean, that is, that's pretty slick. So anyway, I wanted to follow up because I ran, you know, the old steamer there and the Thomas back there through there, and I wanted to try a diesel. So I picked up a couple of used ones here. I'm probably going to build some kind of a small HO layout out of this stuff when I'm through with it. I don't know what yet. Let's go past here. Back it up through this switch here. Haven't done that yet. But I mean, that's pretty dang smooth. I'm kind of a switch snob or a turnout snob. You know, somebody asked me one time, "Why do you call them switches?" Well, the real railroads call them switches. We get them confused though with the electrical switch. That's why everybody calls them turnouts. But I've noticed that O scalers tend to call them switches, because Lionel called them switches, and HO guys and N-gauge guys and everybody else calls them turnouts. And I guess properly I should say turnout, but anyway, the politics of the hobby, right? Anyway, man, I'm really impressed with these. These are nice, and they have finally retooled this thing and made it competitive, I think, with Pico and I don't know, whatever your favorite is out there. Of course, I know, you know, it's code 100. It's not prototypically sized rail. I think they used 100, something equivalent to that, just on the heaviest of main lines up north somewhere or something. I heard. I don't know if that's even right, but anyway, I mean, they look pretty good with their profile and everything. I mean, you can make a nice scene out of that. You know, I'm not a rivet counter, so stuff like this doesn't bother me. Anyway, I just wanted to follow up for anybody who's contemplating using these. Single crossover worked pretty well. I've never put a double crossover together with them of any Atlas switch or any other switch as far as that goes. The crossovers tend to be have a lot of dead spots in them, and anyway, that might be something interesting to try at some point. Anyhow, if you got any comments or questions or anything, just put them on the video, and I'll answer back. You know, just a couple of little F units. You know, kind of a newer style and a really older style, and they didn't have any problems with it. So I think you'd probably enjoy these if you bought them. Anyhow, all for now.